Hi, and welcome back to Gladiator Guild Manager by Entertainment Forge. When last we left off, we had just finished off some new arenas that put us in a position to get a universal basic item to deal with, and we talked a bit about how to upgrade your character traits as well as those items with the buildings in the guild. Now we're going to get ready to utilize some of those things, so let's get back into it. All right, so we have a. Oh, that's right. We actually did not get a chance to upgrade. We want to upgrade because we're going to have to wait for a little bit more wood to come in. That is okay. Pretty much anything we do is going to do that. What we're actually praying for is a rhino or drummer. Give it to me, baby. Ah, look at that. There we go. All right, now. Good, good, good. Let's talk about these new buildings that we can buy. Now, one thing that you want to be careful about doing is I know it may be tempting to say, oh, I want a rhino, which I actually have wanted since we started. I'm going to build the rhino building, and you know what? That is not enough to get you a rhino. That just simply allows you to buy a rhino. You still need to see one appear, and for the last month or so, there hasn't been one in the market. So you actually don't want to build a building until the Gladiator is available. Now, while I do want this one, always kind of take a look at your timeline and ask, is there a discount coming up? The next discount is going to be the item shop. So no, there's not going to be a discount for this guy. And since he's on that bottom tier, he is going to drop off the next time we update. So if we want him, we got to get him in now. Okay, so I think we're going to have to do a little finagling. Yes, we are. Oh my goodness. 45 wood. You know what? Let me look really quickly at these and see if they reward wood. They probably will.
By the manor, they won't give it a rest. We will have to spill more peasants' blood and teach them the price of interfering with matters of the church.
Hold on there, buddy. Just give me one moment. So, this is something we have not yet talked about. This marker is a rough difficulty. Well, actually, I think we mentioned it in the first episode. So this is a difficulty 5. I mean, once you know the game, you can kind of judge for yourself. I think the math is simply that there's 4 characters of level 5, so it just divides out to 5.
We finally managed to break through the doors of the ancient temple.
Huh.
I'm calling upon all guild members to help clear the imp infestations. Then, we shall celebrate by holding a grand championship within.
Alright, let's melee attack with dodge. These guys don't do much of anything, but they're chasers. I hate chasers. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, so he is once again mad at the peasants. What did they do this time?
They're protesting.
Oh my god. So?
So? What do you mean, so? So I want them to stop stealing our livelihood. How do you think the Church of the Dead makes their living?
Donations?
Bah, like hell. We provide undead to protect district borders, and in return, the kingdom supports us with coin. Or sometimes we just sell them to whoever.
To whoever?
To the highest bidder. Who cares? Most of them are sold to the army anyway.
Very military-industrial complex of you, sir. Well, anyway, you gotta earn coin where you can, right? Let's see what this brings up. How do you get your living? I don't know.
We provide undead to protect district borders. And in return, the kingdom supports us with coin.
Same thing. Okay.
Or sometimes we just sell them to whoever.
Alright, same dialogue. Okay, well, that's what we gladiators are for. Okay, 2 tanks in the front, 2 grannies in the back. They are gonna have to be gunned down. Let us do it this way. I think we're gonna do you here. Oh, wait. Does he? Wait. Yes, he's invisible for 5 seconds. So good. Okay, so here is what's going to happen. These grannies are going to make a beeline for the 2 archers. There's nothing... Unless... Wait. I have an idea. Let's do this. You guys, both of you, gun the grannies. And then you, I unfortunately need you to kind of physically block any arrows, well, for them, knives incoming. You're going to want to target just whoever's in front. And then you are going to come in from the backside. So because he's invisible, all 4 of these guys are going to be looking down this way. These guys are going to be heading down this way. These guys don't have any sort of AoE or anything like that anyway. All the knives are going to start flying in this direction. He's going to have a straight line attack to granny number 1. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. So you can see... Wait, what do you do? Why are you going after him? Hit the granny. Didn't I change your priority? I guess maybe I misclicked. Oh, dear God. He's going after the tanks. You are the dumbest orc ever. No air guitar for you. What is that? Alright, that's probably a manager fail. That's alright. Wow, well, it takes a lot of damage to take these guys down. But, you know, tanks, they don't do any damage. So really, it was just about getting the 3 seconds. So the archers must have just gunned her down first. And then she got off a couple knife attacks. Not enough to, you know, do any real damage. And, wow. Our DPS champ is the guy who broke through and decided that after he broke through, he's going to turn around and snap his axe at a guy with a metal head. Well... what are you gonna do?
Now we'll see if they feel like doing any more peaceful protesting.
Wait, it was a peaceful protest then?
Oh, the worst kind. Passive-aggressive criminals.
We need to work on our communication, old man. Okay, he's done with this conversation. Wow, the people are really gonna hate us. Now, to be fair, I got them to really like me last time, so, you know, everyone's going to have to take a turn. Yeah, I think we're going to need some wood. And, sure, we're okay on gold for the moment. Let's... oh, only 1? Fine. Alright, now that we have the wood, let's go back here and drummer boy, get into my belly. Yes, no trait. That's not a problem. We can work with that. Okay, so let's check out what this guy does. Melee attack of no significant note. Kind of cheap, 26. Does very little damage, so a 2-second cycle time. Unimpressive. He also has a passive that's very useful. Metal armor ignores 40% of all types of damage. So notice that the structural difference between this tank and our knight is that the knight's method, while he did not have a percentage reduction, that's sort of that's how a lot of games do these kind of things. He actually just had a straight point reduction based on mostly strength. But our drummer boy actually has a percent reduction, so this is going to scale his entire life. That's going to be very, very attractive. But here is the reason I like these guys. It's actually the Drum of Terror. 35 stamina cost, pretty light. Hits his extremely loud drums, taunting enemies in the area of 1.37 range, making them attack him for 5 seconds. So finally, this is a guy who can actually taunt, and that is going to meaningfully change how things go for us. And I would say that large bulk of the problem we were facing early on is that we did not have the ability to taunt, so this guy could not draw attention, which means all his tankiness goes to waste, and he gets ganked right at the start of every fight. At the moment, the cycle time is 5.5 seconds, and the taunt lasts 5.1, so that's already very, very close. A little more agility will make this last longer. A little more agility will make this, you know, the cooldown drop. That's 0.002 again. 0.006. That's not a lot of time. Okay, so really the agility will help to get this up a little bit. So his cycle, once his cycle time kind of matches his the duration that it lasts, then you're in the clear. Now, one thing is this range is kind of small, but you know what? If you need to, just use a second tank. Okay. Oh, and since oh wait, getting ahead of myself. Let's buy him 200. Not a problem. Okay. You are the taunter, which means you get the spiky item. And you know what? We're gonna need a hat. Is there a hat waiting for you? Oh, will you look at that? Oh, but there's a... see, now here's where you got to pay attention to these things. I was about to buy the hat for 175, but guess what? It is, even though it is going to do an update right here, it doesn't matter. It's at the top row. It's only going to fall. I am going to save some money and not do that.
We finally managed to break through the doors of the ancient temple. I'm calling upon all guild members to help clear the imp infestations. Then, we shall celebrate by holding a grand championship within.
Why did you break into it?
It's been sealed for many years, since the Crimson Apocalypse. Lots of treasures to be found there.
Then why did they seal it?
Greedy bastards wanted to keep their treasures safe on their return, I would imagine.
Yes, that makes sense. That's why you seal tombs, to keep the treasures hidden. That's what it's all about. Okay, let's do it. Now, this is a fight that I would not have been eager to do prior to getting our drummer boy, because without a taunt, these guys can go wherever they want, and they will just murder your archers, but now with a taunt, everything has changed. Oh dear, they're actually kind of spread out. Okay. Let's think about how we want to do this. Well, definitely you. That's no question. And these guys have so little health. I think it's probably still safest to do it this way. We'll say the guys on the edges are the least likely to get affected by his taunt. So let's just straight line shoot you. And you, I'm going to straight line shoot you. And that should be enough. And his taunt only caught one guy. You suck. He needs more practice. Alright. So she's gonna... oh dear. Oh dear. You need a setting where your job is to save your teammates. Oh my goodness. Alright, that taunt is clearly not large enough. Yeah, these guys just ran all over. There's nothing in the numbers here we need. Oh. You ran out of stamina after 20 seconds? So that's still an issue for you. Anario? Okay. Okay.
Blighted imps. Temple is full of them.
And we're coming back. Alright, so a couple guys down, not a big deal. That's our money from the band. Oops. What is this?
High Necromancer sent us a letter asking if we would like to enter into an alliance with him. He's saying now he has big plans for the future of the kingdom, and he'd like us to help him in his endeavors.
What about the other factions in Deadwoods?
Maintaining a good reputation with all factions is important, since it will affect how much they're willing to reward us for completing their quests. But only the faction we sign an alliance with will trust us with their most important tasks.
I understand. Well, tell him we decline. I have already decided this playthrough is for her, so... Alright, we're not going to be able to clear the temple yet. We're going to have to wait for our guys to heal.
Folk face grave danger every day here in Deadwood. We ain't no fighters, but we must learn if we're gonna survive. Would you be so kind to send us one of your fighters to train us?
Alright, you could use some skills to defend yourselves. Let's see what we can do about that. Now, the thing is, we do have a lot of guys on the men, but actually the right man, single person for this job will be our Berserker, so he is available. Oh my god. You have so much health. Is that because you're wearing items? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, remember, we start invisible, but that is largely pointless because it's a one-on-many fight. So let us not do this, and let us do Spiky. That'll help his DPS a little. Oh, and you know what? I mean, sure, it might be going a little bit overboard, but fine. Give you some health as well. That'll be enough. Okay, so you make a beeline for him first, and because you have so much health, him last. Okay, here we go. Oh, beautiful. One shots. There's another one shot, and he should have enough. Or not. Kick! There you go. Jesus. I wish you could set priority on what abilities they use. He needs to use that kick more readily when he does that one-on-one stuff.
We've never seen somebody fight like that. Many thanks for your time, my lord.
Well, you know what? I know you guys kind of hate me. Well, I guess it's unfriendly. It's not, unmitigated hate. But, glad to help. Hope you picked up a thing or two. We are kind of low on wood, so sure. And there we go. So he is back, and the item market is... Ooh. What is this? Agility by 12. 30% off. I accept. I am a big fan of these. I always buy these on discount. Can't be knocked down. Not always useful, but when it's useful, it literally swings the entire match. I don't need more axes. Leather cloak. I had not been excited by this, but you know what? Since you are literally not wearing anything else, and it's a pretty large discount, sure. And you've been running out of stamina lately. We'll throw this on you. I really want a better weapon for her. Alright, so, interesting. I don't know why that didn't work. Okay, drummer boy, you get one of the leather hats, and the knight needs the other leather hat, so this is not on discount. This is intellect, right? Yeah. This is not on discount. 975. You know what? Alright, fine. We'll splurge. Why not? And I still don't like this thing. I don't know. Battle Earthworm. If I'm gonna have a summon, I kind of want one that's faster and disruptive. This one feels like it's gonna be slow and possibly even shoots missiles. You don't need these for DPS. If you're gonna have like a little critter, summoned by a trinket, you really want it to like make a difference on the battlefield. You want them like running around harassing pyromancers, or maybe like taking that arrow or fireball to the face instead of your main guy. Not some pet like sitting. I don't actually know what it does, to be fair, but that's sort of my guess, so I'm not excited. Oh, right. Dagger. Okay, so now here's the thing. You can put whatever you want on everything, but I don't know. I feel like this kind of this kind of breaks the fourth wall, so to speak. I feel like it's meant to, each character should only use one cloak, right? One weapon, one armor, one hat. I don't know. The game is not sophisticated enough to have you put a particular item on each location of the body yet. Maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't. But just to kind of keep the realism for myself, I tend to like to kind of do it like this. You only get one weapon. Each person only gets to use one. And, you know, we'll have someone who needs agility later on. It's not an issue. Or you could always just... I mean, he doesn't have a weapon. Here, you got a bow. Good work. Oh yeah, this thing. So important for you. Oh, it didn't occur to me. He could have put both of these on during that fight. You're the taunter. You're the other tank. You're going to need a hat. And some chest armor. Sure, why not? Alright. Oh, update. I get a free update. Nope, same thing. Stamina potion. Oh. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yes, yes, please. Oh, so expensive. Oh, dear God. Okay, projectile attacks, like your arrows, set enemies on fire, burning 35 damage per level, so times 5. That's going to be 175 damage. Duration 5 seconds. Very nice. Very nice. I mean, she only does 237. That's adding 175. That's amazing. And don't forget, it is possible to upgrade, although we had intended to upgrade this one. I think I'd rather upgrade this one. Let's upgrade that. So now that we have the wood to spare. And this is going to cost your tools, right? We've got 10. Cost 3. It is what it is. That's what they're for. And now we have improved from 15% to 22.5%. Very nice. And the next increase is going to cost a whole lot more tools. So I typically get all the things I'm interested in to blue before I worry about purple, because it takes a while to collect that many. All right, so there's our first universal item upgraded to a rare. And once these two heal, we can move on to this. And we're done with the items. Whoop. Pause. There it is. They are back. Oh, now you come with the rhino. Thanks. Oh my goodness. Level 5. Fatigue sensitive. Doesn't work. It's too much work to keep him at high fatigue the whole time. Although, this does bring into mind one other thing I want to do. This guy had no trait. Someday that'll be. Honestly, I don't know that it's pivotal. I do want to point out that these, when you need them, they run out very fast. So I tend to be pretty stingy spending these. I don't see anything mind-blowing versus, like, for these guys, serial killer, that's going to get them to 30% boost on agility at the start of every battle. So, you know, this 37 right now reflects the equipment that she's wearing. But that 51 is going to get boosted by this thing right in the fight. That's actually going to be pretty significant. So I'd rather my DPSers had all this stuff. My tanks, I don't love any of the level 1 traits. I'm going to not worry about it. Ooh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, let's do this real quick.
Are you willing to help us train some more? We're trying to improve our defenses.
Oi, oi, oi. I don't know that I can win this. You know what? We'll be back. We'll be back. Give me a minute.
We finally managed to break through the doors of the ancient temple. I'm calling upon all guild members to help clear the imp infestations. we shall celebrate by holding a grand championship within.
All right, we're going to try this an entirely different way. Now, because of the items we've put on her, she is simply too strong not to start. Not to mention, she now has the disabled minimum range. She can. This is the archer who can shoot no matter what. I think she's too strong not to have in here. I don't know that any focus makes sense. Because I don't think any one imp is more dangerous than the others. Is anybody wearing equipment? Has traits? This one's got a cloak. That one's got a cloak. Sure, you know, whatever. You, invisible guy, you kill him. You know what? For once, I'm not actually going to priority. You just shoot whoever is practical, and we are... Whoops. 3. All right, so this is the difference. Instead of using 2 archers, we're going to have this guy kind of just bang on people's head, and hopefully he can clear out 2 or 3 of these, you know, before they get back to her. Whoops. There we go. See, he got one of them. And, oh, you're leaving your brethren. Although the good news is if our archer goes down, he's still a DPSer. He can take care of whoever's left. But he made it in time. All right, rock on, buddy. Rock on. And so this guy lived the longest, did the most damage, etc., etc. Our stamina is fine for an 11-second fight. That's good. She was actually the tank in this fight. And hey, look at that DPS. So she was trailing this guy for most of the game. She's starting to overtake him. Obviously, that universal item we gave her is going to make a massive difference. That thing actually does a lot. Too bad the game doesn't parse out like what portion of your damage is contributed by what, just so that you can get an idea of, you know, how strong those kinds of things are. But oh well, it's okay.
Well done.
Easy, easy. Ooh, still short on wood. Okay. And finally, that means now that we survived that, I can... Oh, you know what? We never did this. Let's go back here. Ooh. Aha! For the first time, we are in position to do a many versus 1. A much stronger opponent. An extremely powerful gladiator is what we will face. Oh no! 7! I would actually be afraid, except that's literally a tank. He does nothing. Unless he's wearing something really weird. Stat. Yeah, he's just a stat stick. I mean, granted, look, he does do a lot. I'm not going to deny, but... We've got... And he has no AoE whatsoever. I'm going to predict that this archer is just going to post some mad numbers. You know what? Back up a little bit. Just in case he gets some crazy ideas of running through. And since he does no AoE whatsoever, we should not be afraid to cluster. Alright. Yes, I know you can default this to 100, but I just feel more comfortable doing it that way in case I forget. Oh, Drummer Boy! Oh, woo! Drummer Boy made it! Took 8,000, blocked 2,200, and... Wow, look at that. Actually, he out DPS'd her for one thing. I don't know how much that spike armor he's wearing contributed. And because of the damage he took, he actually topped the contribution charts. Impressive. I told you I like the Drummer Boy. And he's only level 3. Too bad we couldn't buy that level 5 earlier. Alright, so that is a good place to start. Pick up another one of these no knockdown scrolls. And we've got a couple level ups. We will save that for next time. I will mark this as the end of the episode. And for now, we're in the middle of the month. Gonna have some peasants to train and some gladiators to level up. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.